Have you ever shifted into a new home or moved into a new city? Initially, everything seems unfamiliar, you feel overwhelmed. You are so used to your old home or your old city that when you shift to a new place, it feels very challenging. In fact, sometimes you even feel the desire to go back to your old house. Menopause is exactly the same. It feels like moving into a new home. It is overwhelming, challenging, and very confusing. So, in today's episode, we are going to basically discuss how to thrive post menopause. So, I'm going to tell you some 3 basic steps that you should be taking so that it becomes easier for you. Also, in this episode, we are going to see some do's and don'ts during this menopause phase, and also what are the mistakes that you should avoid. So for so many years your body was like an your old home, so you knew how it worked, what was the right diet for it, how much you should exercise, what is the amount of sleep you require. But the phase of menopause is just like you're moving into a new home. Now there are hormonal fluctuations happening, so because of which your energy levels get affected, you are more fatigued. So often this leads to frustration because now you are trying to do all the same old things, yet your body is not responding in a similar way. So in fact, menopause is like finding yourself, or rather rediscovering yourself all over again. So stop asking yourself questions, like why my body is behaving in a particular way, why am I becoming so unpredictable? Why is my body changing? Instead, ask yourself, what is that now I can do for my body? What are those lifestyle changes that I can do? So just like when you shift to a new place or a new house, you give yourself some time, to adjust to everything. So similarly, menopause is also a time when you should allow yourself to adjust, to recalibrate, and also know that this is a very temporary phase. So post-menopause basically means that now you have had 12 consecutive months, or continuously 12 months you have had no periods. So this officially marks the end of your reproductive phase. Now your estrogen and progesterone, these hormones are going to be consistently low. So now there will be many changes happening inside your body. This will affect your energy levels, your fatigue. Then it will also affect your sleep. There will be joint stiffness, mood, you will have brain fog, you'll start becoming forgetful. You will easily gain weight, because of which sometimes your self-confidence will get affected. There is muscle loss, weaker bones. Now all these changes does not mean that your body is broken or your body is not supporting you. In fact, your body is consistently now trying to adjust to the new environment. So you have to give it some time. Okay, so let us now understand which are those 3 steps you have to keep in mind to transition this phase. So these 3 steps will actually help you to smoothly transition menopause. The first step is acceptance. Now this is the step most women find it difficult. They do not want to accept that their body is different from what it used to be. So you have to accept that your body will change now, accept that you will have unpredictable behaviors, your hormones are changing, so now there will be many changes physically, mentally, emotionally. Accept that your body is going to put on weight, accept that this is a phase in a life which is temporary, and this too shall pass away. The second step is to prioritize yourself. Now most women, they come last on their list. So if you don't start giving importance to your health, to your well-being, then it will become tough for you. So unless you give importance to your diet, to your exercise, to sleeping on time, and to giving breaks to yourself, it will become difficult for you to navigate through this phase. I see many women, they give their best, they give their 100% for their families, even for their relatives and friends. But when it comes to giving self-care, it is last on the list. So once you have accepted the situation, you have given priority to yourself, the third step that comes is action. Now unless you take action, you make lifestyle changes, you see what are your needs, you will not be able to see any concrete results. So action basically means taking small baby steps, to improvising your lifestyle. So start reading about menopause, start seeing informative videos, this will help you to improve and expand your knowledge. So knowledge will in fact empower you, it will take away the fear. I see more women fearing menopause because they are not aware about many of the small things related to it. So the more information you get, the more empowered you will be. So if you have any myths or misconceptions, those also will be cleared. So what is that you should be doing post menopause? Now you have gone through the phases, you have attained menopause. So now you are in an entirely new or a different zone. So now since you have attained menopause, it is like you are now in a new home and you have to make the required changes by adopting a new lifestyle. So I've already covered many things in the previous episodes related to what is the diet you should be having, exercise, how to fix your sleep, how to manage stress levels, So go and check out. I have put it all under a playlist called as Menopause Made Simple. So all the information is available there. Here now I'm going to discuss, other than these things, what are those do's and don'ts rather that you should be keeping in mind during this phase. So first let us understand what are those things that you should not be doing or you should be avoiding post menopause. So first and foremost, do not compare yourself with other women. Now just as every woman has a different experience, be it related to puberty, be it related to your first period or during your pregnancy. Similarly, when you have attained menopause, each woman goes through a different experience. So do not get overwhelmed by listening to other women's experiences. Your experience might be completely different. Secondly, do not get obsessed about weight loss. Now menopause is a phase. No matter whatever you do, you're eating right, you're sleeping on time, you're exercising, but because of declining estrogen levels, your body now increases size of fat cells. So now these fat cells, they increase your weight. So no matter what you do, this is a period, this particular period is a time when you will see no changes in your weight, how hard ever you may be trying. So this period, what it is you should be focusing on is your overall health, on all those non-scale victories, like how are your energy levels, how is your strength, how are you overall feeling. So don't get obsessed about weight loss. Post you attain menopause, it will be easier for you to lose. So what you have to do is that just continue doing, do not give up. Do not give up thinking that since nothing is working, I might indulge. So don't give up on your diet, follow a good diet, follow your exercise regime. So once menopause is attained, all these habits will remain in place and they will help you to lose weight after menopause. So most women, I have seen that this period, they go on very, strict dieting or they go on very restrictive diets. And in this bargain, they are messing up again more with their hormones. So in fact, you are going to worsen the situation. So focus on the nutrition part of your diet. Now, because if you eat less again that is going to have a huge impact on your energy levels. Already you are fatigued, you are feeling tired, and eating less will further worsen. Third is don't multitask. Don't take too many things on your plate. Take a few tasks in hand and complete them well. So don't compare yourself, 20 years back I used to do, so well. Avoid multitasking during this phase. Now because your hormones are fluctuating, it has effect on, your cognitive health. Like, there is brain fog, you start becoming forgetful or you do not remember important dates or important things. So don't compare yourself, 20, 30 years back, I was very good at, multitasking. I used to do all the things on time. So I was so responsible. I remembered important dates, birthdays very efficiently. So this is not the time to get into it. Even some women, they find that, that I was so patient, I was so calm, composed, and now suddenly I've started snapping at people. I've started getting irritated over, seemingly very small things. Now know that this is absolutely normal. These are your hormones, which are affecting you. Now this is not something that has changed overnight, it has happened over a period of time. So basically it means, you slow down in life, take up fewer things, but do them properly. Here it does not matter, how good or how many things do you do at a time, how many tasks do you accomplish. But what matters more is that, you give yourself the time and space to adjust. Number 4 is don't try to be perfect. Stop chasing perfectionism. It's okay if the laundry is not done. It's absolutely okay if your home looks a bit messy. It is okay to forget things. See, here we should not try to, be perfect, because if you're not able to match up with the expectations, all that it is going to lead to is frustration and guilt. Number 5 is avoid information overload. Now there is so much information going on around the internet. So many people will be telling you different things, they will be telling you what you should be doing, not doing. But remember, it is your own body. You should try to understand, what works for your body or what will not work. So don't try to, blindly follow something. take in all the information, but be smart enough, to sort out the things, to know what could be right or wrong for you. We know that each body is different, so something which works for someone may not work for you. In fact, in all of these previous episodes also, I have shared general guidelines, what could be helpful to you. So try to understand, try to assimilate all that information and start making those changes. So what are those things that you should be now doing? Number one is learn. Now, why you should be constantly learning new things, there's also a reason behind it. Now, during menopause, what happens is that women experience brain fog. Now, this is because again your hormones are getting affected. So they see that they've started to become forgetful. They're not able to remember things. So try engaging in a hobby. Learn some new skills. Try learning those things which you always wanted to do. Certain maybe playing an instrument or learning any skill. Now, this is because the brain wants to break out of monotony. Now, menopause it also coincides with the phase wherein most of the women are done with their responsibilities. Kids have grown up, they are studying, pursuing their careers, or they are either married. So there is a lot of free time available for us, and this is the time suddenly we start feeling anxious because the workload has suddenly reduced. All the time we were so busy doing things for the family. There is a sudden gap which has formed. Now you are not able to figure out because you used to remain occupied all the time. So many women because of this this coincides with their menopause, and they go into kind of depression, or they start feeling very lonely, or incapable of communicating with the family. So all our life we are so busy with our responsibilities, we don't even realize that we have made ourselves as a last priority. So this is in fact a very good time to start engaging in new hobbies. So you can learn a new instrument, you could learn a new language. If you like to do gardening, anything that you always wanted to do, which was of your interest. Now this will significantly impact your emotional, your psychological well-being also. So it will keep you engaged first and foremost, and then it will probably going to a class will help you to make new friends. In fact, learning new things, meeting new people, going and visiting new places. Rather, to sum it up, I would say start taking new experiences. So this inside your brain, it will form new connections, new neural pathways. This will also keep your brain active, and it will prevent stagnation. Second is small steps. With all this information coming in, do not try to do a drastic change. Take baby steps. Start with probably your diet, or then slowly start incorporating exercise in your schedule. Don't try to change everything at once, because then again it will feel very overwhelming. Third is build habits. Now motivation, discipline, all these things work, but for a very short period. What will keep you going is only building habits. So building habits, maintaining consistency is more important than being perfect. Fourth is take care of yourself. In spite of knowing all this information, I see many women, they do not take any initiative towards doing something towards their self. See, you are the foundation of your family. Your health, your well-being matters most, because then only you will be able to take care of others. So stop making yourself as the last priority. One more important thing is to come out of the victim mindset. I see many women, they say nobody is bothered about me. They feel that no one is sensitive towards them. So see, sometimes it is difficult for family members. They are as much ignorant as you probably. They do not have that information. So it becomes difficult for them to understand what are your needs. That's why don't get into that mode, because that is going to worsen your mental state. So start taking your own responsibility, do things for yourself. And main thing is don't feel guilty when you indulge in some things which you like. So when you do things for yourself, you shouldn't feel guilty about it. So fifth is listen to your body. Now all the time you will observe changes happening. Now if you are not sensitive, you do not observe these small subtle changes happening, you will not be able to comprehend what is that you can do. So your body is in fact giving you small signals, like probably a day may come, it might feel more tired than usual. So that is a cue for you that you should take rest, you should go to sleep. Or on days your appetite will be different. So some days you will feel that you are more hungry, some days there will be no appetite. So start understanding those cues, then accordingly take steps, towards it. So very important, you listen to your body. So sixth is discuss with family. So as I already mentioned, come out of that victim mindset, start openly discussing, what are, how menopause happens, what are those changes happening inside you, so that will help your family members, your friends, to understand what are you going through. Now most of the women, they even feel, shy, or probably they hesitate to discuss these things, so they silently suffer. So you don't need to suffer silently. Menopause is a phase which brings in a lot of changes. It changes you physically, mentally, emotionally and psychologically. So in fact, this is a phase, which gives you more self-awareness, emotional maturity. It also gives you freedom from monthly hormonal fluctuations. So if you do the right lifestyle changes, you have the right nutrition, you exercise regularly, you sleep on time, menopause will feel very seamless. Post menopause, you are entering a new phase, so it is a time to explore life, explore new things. Know that the best years of your life in fact are yet to come in terms of health, happiness and fulfillment. Menopause is just like shifting to a new house after living in a place for many years. So give yourself the time. In fact, life after menopause can be very beautiful, provided you change your mindset. So don't see menopause as a challenge. See it as a change happening inside you. So finally, we are coming to an end of this series. I really thank all of you, for watching all the episodes. I hope this series was informative. It really helped you in some way. So if you feel, there are some other topics that I should be covering, or making a series of them, let me know in the comment section. So as we come to the end of this series, I want you to know that menopause is not the end. It is just a transition. Know that you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do everything at once. Small, consistent steps will also bring a huge change. So be patient with your body, be kind to yourself, and never hesitate to prioritize your health. So that's all for today. Do take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.